It is Thursday, December 11th, the day after the day Michigan fires head coach Sherrone Moore for cause. Currently detained, as far as I know. That is its whole own situation. If you want to hear about that, if you want to get all the details, I did already make a video. It should be right before this on my profile. That being said, this video is going to be about Michigan's roster, retaining it, and specifically Bryce Underwood. I understand the smoke. It's all about LSU. It's about everywhere else he could go, these quarterback coaches he could play for. And I get it. LSU's got some extra money now. They've got Lane Kiffin. We know about that pass game, and he wanted to go there to begin with. That being said, I just don't see it. I think Underwood is going to stick at Michigan. I hate to ruin the surprise. We're 44 seconds into the video? I'm going to tell you why, though. I don't think Sherrone Moore's firing is going to have a big impact on the roster, really, but specifically on Bryce Underwood. Because if you look at the two reasonings, the two lines of thinking on why Bryce Underwood came to Michigan. If you're not a Michigan fan, what you'll probably say is, it's the money. He came for the dough, and guess what? There's already been talks this offseason of Dave Portnoy saying, listen, whatever Bryce Underwood needs, we got it. If it takes an upgrade to keep him here, if he needs a pay raise, done deal. So that isn't going anywhere. If you think Bryce Underwood came to Michigan for the money, all he cares about is money, the money's still going to be there. And he hasn't gotten it all. So, if he's here for money, he's going to stick. He's going to stay for money. The other theory, you probably say this if you're a Michigan fan, he grew up a Wolverine. He loved Michigan. He grew up in Detroit. He rooted for the Wolverines. It was his dream school. They just didn't show him enough love when Jim Harbaugh was here. And I think there's some truth to both sides. But that being said, did the Block M go anywhere? Is it still Michigan? Does he still get to play in the big house? Is he still wearing the winged helmet? I think he is. Do you think Bryce Underwood came here for Sherrone Moore? Do you think anybody comes to Michigan for Sherrone Moore? I mean, maybe an offensive lineman, maybe a running back. I understand that. I can get a ton of carries. I can be a superstar. I'm going to have a good offensive line. Sherrone Moore's an offensive line coach. He's going to care about the offensive line in the run game. We might win as a Joe Moore Award. Does a five-star quarterback care about that? I don't think it does. I don't think Bryce Underwood gives a damn about Sherrone Moore. In fact, if I'm looking around Bryce Underwood, I'm thinking, I could leave Michigan, but if I came here for the money, I came here to play for the Wolverines, and that's all I care about, those two things. The situations around me outside of those two things are getting better. What are the odds Michigan gets a downgrade in head coach from Sherrone Moore? I highly doubt it. I mean, we're talking about a top 10 job in the sport, and Sherrone Moore had it. If you're an opposing fan, if you're a fan of any other team in the country, would you trade your coach for Sherrone Moore? Obviously not now. Would you have done it a year ago? Nope. 6 months ago? Nope. 2 years ago? Nope. Whenever he was hired? Nope. Never. Sherrone Moore was never deserving of the Michigan coaching job. So all Michigan has to do is go out and hire someone who is, and it will be an upgrade. I think it will specifically be an upgrade in terms of quarterback development because of the guys I'm seeing on the list, and because of the fact I think Michigan is prioritizing that. Number one on the list, you've probably heard a million times over, Kalen DeBoer, quarterback guru. I mean, look what he did at Fresno. Look at what he did at Washington with Michael Penix. He turned Ty Simpson into a Heisman candidate for a while. Granted, he had absolutely zero run game, and that kind of negatively impacted that. And would that be a problem at Michigan? I don't think so, because of the way they recruit offensive line and running back. And I don't think that changes without Sherrone Moore. So you're combining that O-line recruiting, that running back recruiting, with the philosophy of Kalen DeBoer? That's a dream situation for Bryce Underwood. He is a pass game guru. You look at the other options, we're talking about Jedd Fisch. Look at what he's done lately. I was a big fan of Fisch when he was at Arizona with Noah Fifita. I mean, he had a terrible quarterback situation. Fifita came out of nowhere. He plucked him into the starting lineup and then turned him into an All-American caliber player. It was unbelievable. Fast forward, he goes to Washington. They're losing their entire roster. Everything's falling apart. DeBoer's gone. He gets DeMond Williams going. He makes DeMond Williams an all Big Ten caliber quarterback. Now, he didn't win it because obviously Fernando Mendoza had a great year, went undefeated, things of that nature. But he developed Fifita, DeMond Williams, back-to-back years. He got those offenses going. He got those pass games going. He revived Washington after they were just dead in the water. If you're looking through the other options, Jeff Brom at Louisville was high on the list. Quarterback guru. That's how he makes his living. That's how Louisville stays afloat, being Louisville. They keep winning every year because every year they somehow manage to have great physicality. They run the ball well. Their defense is disciplined. And their quarterback is good. Every single year, they do it. Because Jeff Brom is the quarterback guy. Quarterbacks want to play for Jeff Brom, and they get better playing for Jeff Brom. Dillingham is probably option number 4. I would put him up there. He was the Oregon OC. He was fantastic at it. He made Sam Leavitt from nothing into something. I think Sam Leavitt always had some juice. But speaking of juice, Kenny Dillingham's got some juice. Recruits are going to love Kenny Dillingham if he was there. Bryce Underwood would love Kenny Dillingham. And he's a much better option offensively than Sherrone Moore ever would have been. Bryce Underwood would get developed better as a quarterback under any of these guys than he would have Sherrone Moore. And not only that, he's going to get the hype in college. He's going to get the stats in college because he's got a better pass game. Because Michigan becomes able to recruit receivers better because they're not smash, they're not run the ball replay. They're not the highest percentage of run in the entire country, like 61% or something like that. It wouldn't happen under those guys. Recruiting will get ramped up and quarterback development will get ramped up because these guys have done it. And they've done it lately and they've done it consistently. So I'm just struggling to see as I look around. Bryce Underwood's got the money. He's got the Block M on his chest. He's got everything he's ever wanted in terms of financial stability and in terms of playing for his dream school. Why would he leave when he's getting an upgrade at coach? I understand the instability thing. I understand people are going to be calling him. I understand people are going to be throwing money at him. What I also understand is he's got everything he wants and he's getting better. There is no possible way Michigan hires a coach worse than Sherrone Moore as a head coach. It's not possible, as far as I know, unless they retain Biff Poggi. If they retain Biff Poggi, Bryce Underwood, you're clear to leave, buddy. I understand. That being said, I think Michigan's going to get an upgrade. I think Bryce Underwood is going to get an upgrade in a major way. As a quarterback coach, as an offensive mind, Sherrone Moore had to go get Chip Lindsey, specifically because he didn't understand the pass game well enough. Specifically because he didn't design the pass game well enough. Think about that for a second. An offensive coordinator got a head coach job because of his job as an offensive coordinator, but didn't even understand the pass game. Again, no way Michigan does not upgrade here. DeBoer, Fish, Dillingham, Brom, some of the other names I've heard on the list as well. They develop quarterbacks. They run offenses at a high level. I would personally, if I got the pick, I want Kenny Dillingham. Don't know how much it's on the table. Arizona grad, Arizona State grad, Arizona born. So we're going to have to wait and see. As for Bryce Underwood, I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he has any reason to go anywhere. And whether you're a Michigan fan or a Michigan hater, I know what your logic is. And if that's going to be your logic, you have no reason to think Bryce Underwood leaves. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. If you're a Michigan fan, like this video, sub to the channel because I'm going to be posting a ton of Michigan content, Michigan coaching search content. Probably even turn the notifications on. If you're a Michigan hater and you're just enjoying the show, probably do the same if you're a college football sicko like myself. Sub to the channel. That's all I've got for you. Moving forward, probably going to talk some more about the hiring. Going to talk some more about the search and my thoughts. Going to talk about recruiting and how that impacts this as we see how it does. So, again, let me hear your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you next time.